welcome you to Chili M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Second down, Prescott. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, New York.
Prescott, he's going to change things up here. That's out quickly to Hyatt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third and short yardage, Prescott. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
First down, New York.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Complete right side to Hyatt. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Giants are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
No, we changed it.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, report. Report.
Try the right side with Mitchell. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The Ravens at 8-3 now. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And some room to maneuver. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. But that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. His 7th touchdown on the ground and 9th overall. And the Ravens are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Sitting at first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Off the play fake, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. He'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
Now here's a throw. It's complete and brought down, but not before reaching approaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Prescott. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Down the right sideline. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This time Jackson will throw it. They'll roll him out right. That's complete right around the 8. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Edwards will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3, 4, 5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
The coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fielded at the 33. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So for this offense, Charles, remember Drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Jackson going to change things up a bit. Jackson looking to throw on second down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Prescott to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. 1st down, here's Mitchell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so try to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the...
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. A handoff for Mitchell running left. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Jackson. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now it's Jackson. That's another one complete to Mitchell. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
He's got him in, complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On play action, Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. That'll bring up second down. Prescott yet again. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
13.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Hey, Ozzie. Cut.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Report.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 68 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
No, we changed it.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, report.
Here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time. Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 26.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. A gain of 45 yards.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott rolling to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Hey, touch. Hey, hey. Hey, Ozzie, sit up. Sit up.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Jackson on second down. On the move to his left. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
First down, Giants.
A first down carry for Barkley. There he goes, right side. Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. That's caught. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Back now in Baltimore, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
What's good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Another run with Mitchell. And they get him down, but now the Ford takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jackson now. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Jackson slow on target to Godwin here. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That is definitely what we call on defense an iron play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Tucker's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
New York.
Go to 54, go to 54. Why?
Again, it's Barkley. And down to the 41. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7. Up the middle with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Barkley, inside handoff. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Now Prescott. Flush to his right.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Prescott to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. And he will be out of bounds. So a clever idea on the run back, but the field goal unit able to stop him before he could really get going. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. This is 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Into the hands of Beckham. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run and play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
13.
Jackson. Pass complete. It's likely. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. from the gun to give to Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's second down. Here's Jackson. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
No, we changed it.
A give running right is Mitchell. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Hey, middle. We changed it. Hey, report. Go ahead.
They run once more with Edwards. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
I think we saw the strategy there. They moved it to the left hash so they could line things up for them to kick the field goal.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me. And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
But no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So for Baltimore, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week.